Welcome to your daily routine lesson. Today we learn about daily routines. First, let's look at the morning. I wake up at 7 o'clock. Then, I get up at 7:15. I take a shower every morning. I brush my teeth after breakfast. Now, let's meet Anna and Klaus. Good morning, Klaus. Did you sleep well?
Yes, I did. I woke up early.
What time do you have breakfast?
I have breakfast at 8 o'clock.
Notice the present simple here, but watch out for the third person. He eats breakfast, not he eat. Let's continue with the morning routine. I drink coffee every morning. Then, I go to work at 9. I take the bus to work. I start work at 9:30. Let's see Klaus's morning.
I drive to work every day. It takes 30 minutes.
Now, let's talk about lunch. I have lunch at noon. I usually eat a salad. Do you eat lunch at work?
No, I eat at my desk.
After lunch, I go back to work. Let's move to the evening. I finish work at 5. I go home by train. I cook dinner at 6. Then, I relax on the sofa. I watch TV for 1 hour. Finally, I go to bed. Let's practice with a dialogue. What do you do in the evening?
I usually read a book.
Do you go to bed late?
No, I go to bed at 10.
Great job. Now, let's review. Remember, use present simple for habits. And don't forget the S for he and she. Your sentence of the day is, I follow a daily routine. Try to write your own routine. See you in the next lesson. Let's look at the grammar rules again. When do we add an S to the verb? Let's practice with some examples. The correct answer is wakes. Now, let's talk about time expressions. We use at for specific times. We use in for parts of the day. Let's try a fill-in-the-blank exercise. The answers are in and at. Now, let's listen to a dialogue. What time do you start work?
I start work at 9 o'clock.
Do you have lunch at home?
No, I eat in the cafeteria.
When do you finish your work?
I finish at 6 in the evening.
Do you go to the gym after?
Sometimes, but not every day.
Let's review the vocabulary used. How do you say start work? It is to start work. Now, let's look at frequency adverbs. Where does the adverb go? Wait, what about the verb to be? Let's practice this rule. The answers are I am always tired and we often play tennis. Now, let's expand our vocabulary. How do you say to meet friends? It is to meet friends. Let's create a short story. Sarah wakes up at 7. She drinks tea in the morning. Then, she goes to the office. She always works hard. In the evening, she meets friends. They often go to a cafe. Now, let's test your comprehension. The answers are false and true. Let's practice asking questions. To ask about a person, use does. Try to turn this sentence into a question. The question is, does he play football? Now, let's practice a real-life situation. Do you usually study on Saturdays?
No, I always relax on Saturdays.
What do you do for fun?
I often go swimming in the lake.
That was a great dialogue. Let's do a final summary. Remember to use at for time, and use in for parts of the day. Your homework is to write your routine. I am very proud of your progress. Practice makes perfect. I will see you very soon. Today we will focus on the present simple tense. For I, you, we, and they use the base verb. Add an S for the third person singular.
Does the verb change for he and she?
Yes, you must add S or Es to the verb. Let's look at some daily routine examples. Correct. Now try using he for that sentence.
He wakes up at 7 o'clock.
Perfect. Now, let's talk about work.
She starts work at 9 in the morning.
Very good. What about your lunch break?
I eat lunch at 1 p.m.
Now, let's try a negative sentence.
He does not work on Sundays.
Excellent. You are using the grammar correctly. Let's move to the next exercise now. Write down 3 sentences about your daily routine in the comments to practice. Now we will practice the third person singular with more examples. Look at this sentence. My brother plays football every Saturday. Notice the S at the end of the verb plays. Can you change this to, my sister plays tennis? That is right. She plays tennis every afternoon. Let's try a different verb. He drinks coffee in the morning. What happens if we use they instead of he? For they, we do not add an S. Now, let's practice negative sentences with does not. He does not like tea. He prefers coffee. When we use does not, the verb loses the S. Let's try a question. Does he drink coffee? To ask a question, start with does. Now, let's move to a new topic, ordering food. Imagine you are at a cafe. You want a croissant. You can say, I would like a croissant, please. The waiter might ask, would you like anything to drink? You can answer, yes, I would like an orange juice. Or you can say, no, thank you, just the croissant. Let's practice a more difficult order. You want a steak and a salad. The waiter asks, how would you like your steak? You can say, medium, please. After eating, you need to pay the bill. You can say, could I have the bill, please? The waiter brings the bill. Now, how do you pay? You can ask, do you accept credit cards? The waiter says, yes, we do. Or he might say, sorry, only cash. Let's change the scene to a clothing store. You are looking for a blue shirt. You can ask the shop assistant, excuse me, do you have this in blue? The assistant says, yes, we do. What size do you need? You answer, I need a medium, please. Next, you want to try it on. You ask, can I try this on? The assistant says, of course. They are over there. If the shirt is too big, you say, it is too big. If it fits perfectly, you say, it fits perfectly. You have done a great job with these dialogues. Now, let's learn how to ask for a different color. You can ask, do you have this in green? If they have it, they might say, yes, we have it in green. What if they don't have it? They say, I am sorry, we don't. Let's practice a new situation, checking the price. You can ask, how much does this cost? Or you can simply ask, what is the price of this?
Excuse me, how much is this hat?
The assistant answers, it is $20. Now, let's look at discounts and sales. You might see a sign that says, 50% off. You can ask, is this item on sale?
Is this jacket on sale?
The assistant says, yes, it is 30% off. Let's move to a different topic, finding a location. You can start with, excuse me, where is the station? You can also ask, how do I get to the museum?
Excuse me, is there a pharmacy nearby?
The person might say, yes, it is just around the corner. If it is far, they say, no, it is quite far from here. Let's learn some direction verbs. You can say, turn left at the traffic lights. Or, go straight for 2 blocks.
How do I get to the park?
The answer is, go straight and turn right. Now, let's talk about booking a hotel room. You can say, I would like to book a room. The receptionist asks, for how many nights?
I need a room for 3 nights, please.
You should also ask about breakfast. Ask, is breakfast included in the price? The answer might be, yes, it is included. You have completed this module on travel and shopping. Now, let's look at some basic grammar rules. Use is for one thing or one person. use are for more than one thing.
So, I say, are the tickets expensive?
That is exactly right. Well done. Now, let's practice with some common adjectives. Can you say, the room is small?
Yes, the room is small.